We all need a roof over our heads, but not all have the comfort of owning a home. This makes rent an inevitable expense for most. In the 1960s, only 24% of renters had to spend more than 30% of their income. Compare that with today, by the age of 30, the baby boomers spent 36%, Gen X spent 41%, and the millennials spend 45%. I don't know how to define burdensome better than this. But what if there was a way through which you could pay rent with no money? That would be amazing, since you can save almost 45% of your entire income, and you might even end up making a profit. Too good to be true? That's for you to decide. Stay tuned as we show you how you can pay rent with no money. While you're at it, hit the like and subscribe button. That needs no money too. We could use an example for you to understand how this could be done. Let's say that you need a single-bedroom apartment that would cost you about $1,800 a month. So what you should do is not find a single-bedroom apartment, but a 4-bedroom apartment. It may seem like it doesn't make sense, but wait. Even though this is much bigger than what you actually need, you can make use of economies of scale. So what you do is that you rent out the bedrooms that you don't need and use the money collected to pay the rent. If done properly, it would cover the entire rent, including yours, and even if it didn't, it's very likely to cover a massive chunk of your payment liabilities. What's even better is that you could even be making a profit out of this. So continuing with this example, you decided to rent out a 4-bedroom apartment which could cost $4,450 a month. The 4-bedroom apartment is also likely to have bigger kitchens, halls, and other facilities compared to the $1,800 apartment. And now for the renting, you could actually rent the remaining bedrooms for a lesser price, for instance $1,500 a month. What this means is that the money that the other 3 bring in, $1,500 times 3 equals $4,500, is enough to suffice the rent of $4,450 and give an extra $50 as profit. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's too good to be true, and just as expected, it has its own downsides. You must have to spend a lot of time researching the market to get the best rooms and rent. The rent agreement may not allow for a sublease, and the roommates are the most important factor to make this work. Regardless of whether the roommates pay or not, you're solely responsible for paying the rent to the actual landlord. You should be able to find 3 willing roommates who go along with each other. And the last major problem is that you have to share the space. Since the place is shared among people, you will not have the privacy or freedom that you would have in your own place. Were the downsides a bummer? Well, yeah, it is, but don't worry, there are ways that you could get over these. One of the populations to target this is people going to colleges or large corporations. You could target this population by leasing out places close to colleges or corporate offices. One of the major upsides to this is that you're getting people who have similar needs and similar lifestyles. This comes a long way in making sure that the roommates go along with each other. This brings us to the next important event. Always screen your roommates, and that too extensively. What you should check for in a tenant is, most importantly, their financial capabilities. And since you're taking up the full responsibility of paying the rent to the actual landlord, the only way you could get back your money is through your tenants. As a result, you should also go through a thorough checking of their credit scores. And what kind of people could be the most suitable for this? Well, it's a good idea if you could get people who have to travel most of the time, or have to work most of the time outside of home, or even extremely focused students, workers who have to spend much of their time inside their bedrooms. This way you could minimize the interactions and it would give you a feeling that this place is just yours. Well, everything comes at a price. Even though this method could rent you a house with no money and even make some profit, you still have to face the cost of taking the risk of dealing with your roommates. This method would be perfect for extroverts or people lucky enough to have the perfect roommates. Do you think this would work for you? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more investing tips and strategies.